Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Check, 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 check. Hey, Jazz, I do not have my phone on me. I left it outside. So, can you make some noise at the studio just to make sure that I can hear you? Okay, we're good over here? Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Hey, Jasmine, are you at the studio right now? Can you make sure that you can hear me? I forgot my phone outside, so I'm not able to tell you whether or not I'm here or not. So please let me know. Just make a few odd noises. All right, we're good up here? Okay, perfect. Check 1, check 2. Yeah, I forgot my phone outside. I was kind of rushing around, and I forgot a lot of things outside. So I have everything I need. The game starts in 8 minutes. I'm not trying to go run all the way out there. I parked really far away. So I just need to know. Are you there? Hang on. I can't hear. Okay, now double check. Are you there? Just press. Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, okay, cool. All right, yeah, forgot my phone outside. I'll just let you know. I'll count you down when we're about ready to go. Perfect, cool. So just start lining up ads. Alrighty, about 7 minutes. Alrighty, I'm going to count you down. Ready? I know we still got about 2 minutes left, but I got a couple of things that I want to cover, so I'll count you down. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome, everybody, a part of the Cheyenne River area, wherever you are tuning in from. You are tuned into KIPI 93.5 FM HD, your home for Cheyenne River basketball this season, especially for the postseason. Before we get kicked off with this big-time game right here, remember this is a win-or-go-home type of game. You win it all, you get to go to the Sweet 16. You lose it, that's wraps for your season. Couple of things I wanted to cover real quick before we jump into this one is I do want to send a shout out to the Timberlake Panthers taking on the Faith Longhorns at home. That game should be going right now as we speak. Yes, the Faith Longhorns were able to defeat McLaughlin in their first round matchup, and now they take on the very tough number 2 seed, the Timberlake Panthers. Good luck to Jackson Bigger, Canton Hunt, Traden Beer, Rance Money Martin, Pete Mahar, and of course, Braden Lawrence. The entire crew, good luck, Coach Lawrence and the Panthers. And of course, since that is not the only Cheyenne River game happening in our area, we also have the Dupree Tigers getting ready for their game. I do believe that one is about to be at tip-off as well. The Dupree Tigers are looking to take on the Hardin County Ranchers. The number 1 seed in Region 8B, our very own Dupree Tigers, defending home court against the Hardin County Ranchers. So good luck to Coach Bush and the boys. I'm, of course, talking about Cruise Control Birkeland, and we all know the rest, right? The spark plug, Dayson Kennedy, the Jet. We all know that guy. Number 10, and, of course, lockdown Spencer Olson. Good luck to the Dupree Tigers. And that's the same case. If they win those games, they can advance on into the Sweet 16 for Region B. Sound good? Okay. All righty. Who's ready for some good old Ohitika basketball? As we are gearing up and getting ready, we are about to meet your starting lineups for both of these squads here tonight. The Mobridge Pollock Tigers taking on the Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves right here at home, since they did have the higher seed. Let's go ahead and meet your Mobridge Pollock Tigers. Now, when it comes to Tiger Town, I'm keeping a buck tree fitty with y'all. I usually see them about once in a basketball season, but not once have I seen this team at all year long. But I have been seeing a name pop up in my mentions, pop up all over the place, and he goes by number 1, the junior Shooter Frederick is a name that I have become kind of accustomed with. But with that being said, are you ready to go ahead and meet your Mobridge Pollock Tigers? The sophomore, 5'8", number 0, Truth Kroghost. And there he is, the guy we were just talking about. Talk about the demon himself, the 6'5", junior, number 1, Shooter Frederick. Bringing it up on the other wing there, you got the 6' junior, number 2, Easton Eisman. Filling out the roster, we got number 3, the 6'2", junior, Kale Knudsen. And rolling out their final starter for tonight, number 5, the 5'8" sophomore, the bucket getter. 2 more years of basketball for this young fella. It is, of course, going to be number 5, Kyson Goodshield. So that's going to be your starters for the Mobridge Pollock Tigers. Truth Kroghost, Shooter Frederick, Easton Eisman, Kale Knudsen, and Kyson Goodshield. Are y'all ready to meet the squad that you have been tuning into all year long? You guys are almost practically family. Think about that. Yes, sir. The Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves are looking to advance on into the Sweet 16 once again. Are you ready to meet your starters one more time for this season? What time is it? I forgot my watch at home. Forgot my phone outside. That's going to be number 1, Damian Dame Time Clown, the 6' senior. And there he is, filling out that other guard position. It is going to be the 5'10" senior, number 3, Mr. Smooth himself, Levi Elk Nation. And, of course, filling out that wing row, we got number 11, the senior, Nehemiah Neovio. And there he is, the silent superstar, the glue guy. They call him Dub. Number 12, Nicholas Woods the second. And what is this Braves roster without that big man filling out the number 5 spot? Number 45, Destin Straightehead, is also going to be starting here tonight. So that's going to be Damian Dametime Clown, Levi Elk Nation, Nehemiah Vio, Nicholas Woods the second, and Destin Straightehead. We'll be right back as we do the flag song and get ready for this game here. Stay tuned.
Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. At this time, we ask you to stand, remove your cap as we pay honor to America with singing of the Lakota flag song, not followed. It is sung by Dean DeVries.
All right, shouts out to Dean DeVries. That guy got some pipes on him. Pause. We didn't say that. All right, who's ready for some good old Cheyenne-Eagle Butte basketball? Region 6A postseason action coming your way. Hey, if you're tuning in to KIPI 93.5 FM HD, thank you. You can tune in online at KIPIRadio.com, or you can always go to CEB Braves. GoBraves.live is what I was trying to say. And check us out live. I'll be the commentator for both of those, so be sure to tune in, check it out, grab some snacks, because we got a great game in store right here. Cheyenne-Eagle Butte basketball coming your way. Let's see our Ohitika play. Once again, you got our starters out there. We've seen these boys all year long. Number 1, Damian Clown. Number 3, Levi Elk Nation. Number 11, Nehemiah Neo Vio. Number 12, Nicholas Dub Woods the second, and of course number 45, Destin Straightehead. As I said, I haven't covered too many games for Mobridge Pollock Tigers, but I do know number 1, Shooter Frederick. You also got number 0, Truth Kroghost, Easton Eisman, Kale Knudsen, and Kyson Goodshield. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. We are in this. It is time, Ohitika fans. Go Braves. It's tip-off, and it's underway. We got the Braves starting off with the ball. Here we go. Braves win the tip. They're moving. We got Elk Nation swinging it. You can hear the crowd already. A lot of Mobridge fans here tonight. Hey, but then remember, they're here. Braves house, home of the Braves. Nicholas Dub has it here. Dub gets back over to Elk Nation. Picked up by number 2. That's going to be Eisman. Inside, on over to Vio. Vio kicks it out. Dang time. Damian wide open. Takes it in and out. Fighting for the rebound. Can't get that one to go. Vio able to pull it down. Great offensive board to keep the possession alive. Vio inside. Straightehead. Muscling up. Can't get past this big man as he overthrows it. That's going to be a missed shot that time. Eisman pulls that one in. All right, we got Knudsen here. Swings it back over to Eisman. Eisman slowly starting to get some offense here. The Braves had 2 chances there, both missed, and that's all right. Shake off those jitters. This is a big-time game. Remember, the Mobridge Pollock Tigers, this is kind of a little bit of a rivalry game here. Out of all 3 losses on the year, this one has been a Braves loss. That's going to be a no-good shot as number 5, Kyson Goodshield, was wide open from the corner, popped it, couldn't get it to go, fighting for the rebound. That's going nowhere as it goes out of bounds, poked out by one of the Tigers. Braves get the ball back here. 1 minute in, nobody scoring. We got some great defense. Straight head, swings it, Dub. Back over to Dame Time. Had the 3, didn't want to take it, passed up on it, gets back over to Vio. Vio has it here. Little jab step, win the 3, in and out, not enough, couldn't get that one to fall. That's going to be rebounded by Frederick. Shooter Frederick, all the way down court, back on over to Eisman. Eisman picked up by Clown, gives it back over to, is that going to be Kroghost? A little give and go action here, back to Eisman, up top, back to Goodshield, back to Kroghost. A little long on that pass, gets it back over to Eisman. Had the 3, didn't want to take it. Inside, Shooter Frederick, little turnaround jumper. Short range, couldn't get that one to fall. Fight for the rebound. There's going to be a scuffle for it, and that's going to be Frederick pulling that one in. Offensive rebound coming back towards the Mobridge Pollock Tigers. Kroghost, Eisman, 3, no. Back to Kroghost. Double team coming his way. Elk Nation and Clown. Back over to Goodshield. Inside. Looking to get it Knudsen. Knudsen puts it up. Looking for the contact. Nothing's there. Fighting for the rebound. And we got a Braves ball. That one's going to be pulled down by Clown. Looked like Knudsen was hoping for some contact on that one. Ref's going to be playing it, calling it fair here today. So no call called on that shot that time from number 3, Kale Knudsen. Elk Nation inside, Vio, reverse layup, first points on the board, going towards your Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves, brought to you by Vio. Dub got in front of that pass that time from Knudsen. Intended target was Eisman, poked it out of bounds, nearly had a steal that time. Remember, that hard defense can turn into some easy in-transition points, so you're going to be looking for this Brave squad to be kind of poking at the ball all day long. That's what we know them for, that hard man-to-man defense. But once that full-court press comes, you know you're in trouble. There's that little bit of a scuffle here, and it's going to be stolen, and that's stolen by Dub, all the way down to Clown, fakes it, puts it up off the glass, long, fighting for the rebound. That's going to be number 2, Eisman, pulling that one in. Inside, Krogos puts it up, and one. That's Goodshield, I should say. Kyson Goodshield, assisted by Easton Eisman, went up, drew the contact, draw the foul, and he's going to the line for 1 chance here for number 5, Kyson Goodshield. So far, you had a steal from number 12, Nicholas Woods II, playing some gritty defense on the other end down there. Grabbed the steal, brought it down court, and it was a strong shot that time from Clown. Looks like he was looking for the shot as well, the contact. Free throw, no good. Tie ball game. Straight head pulls it in. Vio. I have never been so nervous to call a game in my life, to be honest with you. Clown has it. Doesn't matter. Layup. No. Great defense that time from Frederick, and it's going to be slipped away. That's going to be rebounded by Easton Eisman. Eisman has it. Back on over. Goodshield swings it. Frederick way outside. Not enough. Picked up by Woods. Woods all the way down to Clown. Clown back over to Dub. Nicholas back over. Clown had the shot. Elbow 3. That's good. Nothing but net. Knocking that one down. That's going to be Damian Dame Time Clown. What time is it? It's Dame time. 5-2. 4 minutes remaining here. The Braves are up by a 1-3. Eisman. Remember, winner of this game will move on to the South Dakota Sweet 16. This is for all the marbles, folks. That's going to be handed back on over to Knudsen. Knudsen back over. Eisman lost his handle, gets it back over to Frederick. Frederick inside, finds Knudsen, back out. That's going to be a corner 3. Short, not enough. Looking for the rebound. That's going to be picked up by Elk Nation. Back on over to Vio. Vio gets it over to Straight Head. Up top here. Handed off over to Elk Nation, looking to drive baseline, turn around, puts it up, no contact called that time. Great defense from Eisman, picking up his 4th rebound already. Grabbing the board, forcing the tough shot, poked away. Vio with the steal. Vio back on over to Elk Nation. 3 minutes remaining here. Elk Nation has it here, slowing things down. That's what you got to do. When you got the momentum, keep it in your favor and just slow it down. Clown, top of the key, 3, in and out, not enough. Fighting for the rebound that time. That's going to be Eisman. Already halfway to double digits for Easton Eisman. He's going to drive, shaky with it, back over. Corner 3, Shooter Frederick, in and out. Tough shot that time. Rebounded by Elk Nation. Elk Nation calling for the play out there. Rolling it around. Back on over to Woods. Woods has it here. On the elbow. Back over to Clown. Elk Nation. Picked up by Eisman. Eisman is a hardy defender. Back over to Woods. Muscling up. Puts it up off the glass. That's how you post up right there, Nicholas Woods. Dropping that one in. Some great post magic right there for your Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves. Frederick has it here. Behind the arc. Poked away by Vio. Vio almost got the steal that time. Back on over. Had it off. Knudsen. Corner three. Shooter Frederick puts it up. Long. Couldn't get that one to go. Woods with another rebound that time. Woods in transition. Back over to Elk Nation. Back to Clown. Clown. It's up. Back to Elk Nation. Slowing things down once again. 7-2. 2 minutes remaining here. 5-point lead for the Braves. Elk Nation in and out. Swings it back to Straighthead. Lost his handle, but he's going to give it back on over to Clown. Clown calling for the play. Baseline. Bounce pass inside. Poked off. That's going to be stolen. Kyson Goodshield with the steal. In transition. Knudsen going straight up at Elk Nation. Puts it up. Can't get the shot to drop, but he does get the contact. That time it's going to be called on Levi. Smooth. Playing some hard defense out there. If you're going to go to the line, if you're going to try to get an easy layup on the inside, you might as well make the opposing team work for it at the free throw line. And that's what Knudsen's doing right here. First time at the line here. Second team foul for the Braves. That one's in. Nothing but net knocking that one down. Kale Knudsen knocking it in. Checking into the game here, we got Austin ISO Johnson checking in for Vio. And there he is. He's ready to do it all night. All right, Mr. White, are y'all ready for number 5? Kobe White checking in for Straighthead. Kobe White plays with a motor that a lot of people out there can't match. 100% from the line for Knudsen. 3-point lead here. Dropped it to a one-possession game. Also checking into the game here, it looks to be number 10, Jesse Schnidler. Dub back over to White. White inside. Clown had it. Puts it up. Can't get that one to fall. Had the spin and everything. Just a little long that time. Goodshield with the rebound. Gets it up court. Back on over to Eisman. Eisman. Turnaround jumper. That's good. Money looking smooth. Great shot from Easton Eisman. 1-point game here. Easton Eisman. Little turnaround jumper. Looking like KG out there. The big ticket. Eisman. Back on over to ISO. ISO has it. Swings it. Elk Nation. Back over to Clown. Clown trying to give it up somewhere. Looking for somebody. No one's open. Great defense from the Tigers. Gives it up. Back on over to Elk Nation. Top of the key. Looking to drive. Has it here. Kick out. Clown. Pull-up jumper. Mid-range. Short. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Who's it going to be? That's going to be called as a jump ball. And that looks like it's going to be going back towards the Tigers. Great way that time from Kobe White. Or what are they calling it? They're calling it a foul? Yeah, they're going to be calling it as a reach-in foul. And number 2, Easton Eisman got picked up for the personal foul that time. So the Braves get the ball back inbounding as Elk Nation. Back on over to White. Kobe White, all right, all night, knocking that one down. Good stuff, number 5, Kobe White. Bringing this back up to a 3-point lead. 9-6, 30 seconds remaining here in the first. Inside pass, back over to Schneider. A little too much mustard on that one as it goes flying out of bounds. Turnover, the Braves get the ball back here. Number 10, Jesse Schneider. Sorry, Schneidler. I don't know where I've seen the L at. Schneider. Sorry. 30 seconds remaining. Shot clock and time clock all at the same here. Vio check back into the game. Back over to Woods. Clown checking out. Back to White. Kobe White looking to drive. Back to Woods. Woods has it. Inside to Vio. Vio muscling up. Pump fake. Got the foul. That's going to be 2. Great little jump fake that time. Little shot fake, I should say. Got him on the pump as he got number 3, Knudsen, waving all over the place in the air that time. So Vio was able to go to the line. Great job drawing the contact. Neo has a chance to make it a 2-possession game here with just 1 free throw. And that one's nothing but net. Put your spirit fingers up, Ahitika fans out there in the Cheyenne River area or wherever you are tuned in from. Hey, if you're from out of state, out of res, somewhere in South Dakota, once a Brave, always a Brave. Ohitika strong. Checking into the game, it's going to be Frederick checking back in. And checking in is going to be number 4, Caden Kuehl checking in. Those are both good. Thank you for keeping them spirit fingers up. Vio knocks them both down. Bringing the ball up, it's Kroghost. Picked up by Elk Nation. Kroghost has it. Driving, finds a lane. 5, 4, 3, inside. Frederick finds a lane and knocks it down before the buzzer sounds. What a shot from number 1 shooter Frederick. Able to get that shot up just in time. Finding his man was going to be number 5, Kyson Goodshield. Seeing the lane open and running his route perfectly was going to be number 1 shooter Frederick. Following his line straight up into the cup with an easy little layup and knocking that one down. As we have a little bit of time here, I do want to say thank you to all of our sponsors for this year and this year's postseason. Without your guys' help, we wouldn't be Cheyenne River basketball now, would we? Thank you all for tuning in to KIPI 93.5 FMHD, and thank you to First Financial Bank, Credco, Cheyenne River Housing Authority, CRST Property and Supply, Cheyenne River Sanitary Landfill, CRST Telephone Authority, Eagle Butte Co-op and Pride, Lakota Thrifty Mart, Morro Grand Electric, Missouri Brakes, and of course, State Bank of Eagle Butte. We appreciate all of the support this year for KIPI Sports. Postseason is still going strong. Oh yeah, I'm still licking my wounds over here after that Miller game last week, and because our girls would have played yesterday, for those wondering. Yeah, that was a toughie. Still, what a good season for our Lady Braves. Saying a shout out to all the seniors. For all the underclassmen, they are going to be looking to improve on the season as we get into it next year. And we're back. Here we go. No matter what, we're proud of our student athletes. Inside. Picked off, back on over to Knudsen. Knudsen, strong double team that time. Jump ball called. That's going towards the Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves. Great defense from number 11, Nehemiah Vio. Playing in the matrix over there. That Neo forcing the jump ball, and that's going back towards the Braves. Next one will be in Tiger favor. Elk Nation handoff to White. White to Woods. Woods inside. That's going to be called as an offensive foul on Vio. That looked like it could have been called from a pushing in the back that time. The ref's going to call it, saying he was pushing somebody in the back. So no go. No go. Chill out, Vio. Don't get called for the tee. Don't get called for the tee. Knudsen. Back to Schneider. Schneider. Knudsen. Back over. Corner 3, elbow, no, fighting for the rebound, that's going to be picked off. Vio pulls that one in. Strong move that time for Vio. Shot was from shooter Frederick. Vio looking for somebody back over to Johnson. ISO against Schneider. Layup, long, no, fighting for the rebound, that's going out of bounds. Last touch by Schneider. And they're calling a foul here. They're saying a pushing in the back once again on Vio. That's kind of getting them a little riled up there. Keep those emotions under temper, young man. I mean, it's all right for a messy foul here and there, but just don't let them tee you up, all right? Do not let that technical come your way. Knudsen looking to drive inside. Kick back out to Eisman. Eisman driving. Knudsen, top of the key, 3. In and out, long, no. Woods pulling that one in transition. Woods all the way down to Vio. Vio looking to put it up, draws the contact. Vio, was that a blocking foul? Was the shot up in time? I do believe it was. Yep, that's going to be 2 free throws. Neo Vio and his patented pump fake. Got the defense to bite on that one. Had a lot of time to jump into the defender for that foul. So we got Vio going back to the line. That's going to be called on number 2, Easton Eisman, picking up his second. Put him up for Vio. Neo out of the game. Hey, let's give a round of applause to Nicholas Woods the second. Let's give a round of applause to Dub. As checking in, it's going to be the Blur. Jaden Taken Alive checking in, number 10. Cross-country champions back in the game here. That's good. Vio gets them all to go. And it looks like he's going to get a little bit of a breather as Dame Time is checking back in. Clown is here again. 13-8, 5-point lead, 6 minutes remaining. The Braves are up by 5. Eisman, there's that half-court trap coming from the Braves. Knudsen playing hard. Got Clown off of his foot that time. He's able to recover, gets it back over. Eisman, Frederick, Eisman. Little give-and-go action here. Back over to Eisman, inside, looking to give it back over to Schneider. And that's going to be called as a push. That was actually Q. That's going to be called as a reach-in foul. That time it was called on number 5. All right. It's all right. Keep it up all night, Mr. White. Kobe White, first foul of the game here, 13-8. Shooter Frederick behind the arc. Back on over to Eisman. Eisman gets it over to Knudsen. Knudsen driving, bumping and pulling. Can't get that one to fall. Rebounded. Good shield. Back out. Frederick wide open. No. Fighting for the rebound. That's going out of bounds. Last touched by Knudsen. Yeah, great job setting that one up was number 0, Krogos. Truth was grabbing the rebound. Kept the position alive. Shot it back out to Frederick. All right, the Braves are a little bit on the relief side as shooter Frederick has not been living up to his name so far, but hey, don't count him out. He's going to knock him down here pretty soon. Johnson inside, pass over to White. White driving, poked away. Krogos with the steal that time. Seen his man moving in transition, got him, poked it. Krogos with the steal. Good shield's also back out there. Good shield. Knudsen, Eisman driving, back over to Krogos. Swings it. Inside, wide open, got him on the pump fake, in and out, no! Fighting for the rebound, Elk Nation playing some hardy defense that time as number 5, Krogos got that one, could not get it to fall, and then on the other end, we have number 23, Austin ISO Johnson completing the play, knocking it down for 2, inside, back over to Goodshield, looking to draw a baseline here. Nope, kick it back out, back over to Frederick, overthrew it. Frederick does recover, and that's going to be called as a timeout. Great timeout that time from Coach. Going to recuperate, re-energize, and get his boys back into this game here once again. A couple of mishaps out there, a couple of calls, but hey, the refs have been calling it fair here. They have not just been one-sided. So you cannot say that the Tigers are getting most of the calls. You can't say the Braves are getting most of the calls because both of these teams are getting their fair amount of fouls called on each team. 15-8. The Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves lead by 7 with 2 team fouls and a couple minutes left to go in this half. Again, we do want to send a shout out to the Dupree Tigers playing in their own win or go home game against the Hardin County Ranchers. It's time for Zebot County to get back into the Sweet 16. What you think, Cheyenne River area? And the same can be said for your Panthers. I don't think South Dakotas are ready for the Panthers to get into the Sweet 16, but they're going to show them why you ought to be ready. Panthers basketball against the Faith Longhorns playing tonight as well. Get you updates whenever I can. Knudsen back on over to Eisman. Eisman. Oh, there's taking a lot, playing some hardy defense. Eisman inside, back over to Krogos. Krogos back outside into number 3. Knudsen got it, and they're going to call a charge. Knudsen with the strong finish at the bucket, got the shot to go and everything, but they're saying he was a little too aggressive on the drive, knocking down, was that Elk Nation? I think that was Clown. Yeah, he knocked down Clown, and Clown drew the charge. That's a turnover, shot, waved off, no good. Johnson outside here. There he is, patented ISO. Back on over to Kobe. Kobe White, all right, Mr. White, what you going to do with the ball? Back over to Elk Nation, fake the 3, back over to Johnson. Johnson driving, strong defense by Goodshield, has to give it up, gives it over to Clown. Clown pokes it away, that's Frederick with the steal. Frederick, bounce pass, back over to Eisman. Eisman, back outside, Goodshield. Inside, drawing the contact, kicks it back out, corner 3. Long, can't get that one to fall, fighting for the rebound, that's going to be Clown. Clown, picked up by Frederick, half court here. Inside, Elk Nation got it to drop. There was some contact on the shot, but they're not going to call it. Krogos grabs that one right there. Back on over to Knudsen. Knudsen inside a Goodshield. Back to Knudsen. Fakes the 3. Driving, faking it, puts it up. Long, that's good. Got that one to fall. Kale Knudsen. Hey, Mobridge must work a little differently here because the bank is still open for these Tigers. And it's after 5. That's wild. Johnson has it. Back on over to Kobe White. Strong defense, man-to-man being played on the Braves. And we got a timeout called by Coach Eberhard. Coach Eberhard has just surpassed the 50-point, not the 50-point, but the 50-win marker since he has been head coach for the Braves. So he is above 50 wins. I do believe with the Crow Creek game last week, that makes it 51 looking for number 52 and another ride to the Sodak Sweet 16. For those that don't recall, the Braves have gone to the Sweet 16. They went a couple of years ago where they took on Pine Ridge. Yes, and that bucket getter down west side. What's his name again? Marvin Richard III. For those that don't know, for those that have been underneath a rock in terms of not Cheyenne River, but just South Dakota basketball, a record that stood for 73 years, the state scoring record for one individual was surpassed by Marvin Richard III. Yeah, that record stood for 73 years, 72 points. Just the other night, Marvin Richard III had 73. That was wild against Lakota Tech. I know Palmer is never going to let that happen again. All right, Braves get the ball back here. 3 minutes remaining. 15-10, 5-point lead. Elk Nation picked up by Eisman. Gives it back on over to Johnson. Johnson here. ISO. Bounce pass back to Woods. Woods driving baseline. Muscling up. Kicks it inside. Johnson has it. Fights it. Puts it up off the glass. No. And they're calling for the delay of game. They said the shot clock went off before the ball left his hand. Tough one that time. Great find by Dub. Found his man wide open, but great closeout by the Tigers. Here we go. We got good shield. Kyson gives it up. Shooter Frederick. Oh, poked away. Vio slides it, but Frederick gets it back. A give and go action that time. Vio with the steal. Stolen back by Frederick. Wow, sliding on his behind and everything, and then stolen back by Clown. In transition, all the way down to Woods. Woods puts it up. Got the toilet bowl roll to go for show. Nicholas Woods knocks that one down for a pair of two. Deuce for Dub. You get a deuce for a dub. Huh, Nicholas? All right. Good shot that time. Knudsen lost his handle. He's on his pivot. Has to throw it away. Gets back over to Goodshield. 17-10. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Inside, Eisman muscling up. Poked away. Stolen by Dub. Back over to Vio. Looking to keep it. Sidestep. Puts it up. And no. But Woods recovers. Back over to Vio. Outside to Elk Nation. Long ball. Off the glass. No. That could have been a foul. But they're not going to call it. Knudsen grabs the loose ball. Driving. Kick out. Goodshield. Step back. Elbow three. Off the backboard. No. Keeping it going here. Outside of Dame time. Clown puts it up. Draws the contact. Damian's going back to the line for a pair of two. Another foul on the Mobridge Tigers. That's going to put them at 4 team fouls here. One more, and they will be in the penalty with about 2 minutes left to go. That time it was going to be called on number 5, Kyson Goodshield. Vio, 2 steals. Woods, 2 steals. First one's good. Nice stuff that time. Damian, Dame time Clown. Show everybody out in South Dakota what time it is. It is Dame time, and it's good. 5 points in the game for Clown. 9-point lead, 19-10. The Braves are up by 9. The Tigers get the ball back here. That was only the 3rd foul. Sorry about that. Dub is still on Knudsen. Elk Nation on Eisman. Vio on Frederick. Frederick fought off the screen and fought off the hard defense, but staying with it was Vio, slipping by everybody to put his hand up. Draws, no contact, and it goes out of bounds. Frederick missed the 3. Also into the game here, it's going to be number 23. That's going to be Terrell Blale. Elk Nation finds a lane, puts it up off the glass, off the board, kisses the front lip of the rim, could not get that one to go in. Blale with the rebound. Back over, Eisman. Not enough. Fighting for it. That's going to be Woods pulling that one in. 5 rebounds for Woods here tonight. Gets it back over to Johnson. Missed shot that time from Eisman. Clown. Change of direction back over to Elk Nation. Picked up by Eisman. Doesn't matter. He's going to go for the layup. Long. No dice. Could not get that one to fall. Frederick pulling in all the rebounds here tonight. Well, I shouldn't say that. He only has 3. Eisman. Krogost. Driving. Got called. 1 too many steps. Turnover. Braves get the ball back here. Krogost. Goodshield took 1 too many steps out there. Out of the game, it's going to be Knudsen. Checking into the game, it's going to be Caden Kuehl. Out of the game, it's going to be Elk Nation, finally getting a much-deserved break and checking back in. All right, Mr. White, let's do it all night. Are you ready to fight? We got number 5, Kobe White. 50 seconds remaining. 19-10. 9-point lead for the Braves. They got the ball. Under a minute. Back to Dub. Woods. I get so used to calling them their nicknames, so sorry. Johnson has it. Looking to drive. Got him on the pivot. Nice move. Lost it. Could not get that one to go in. Kobe White with the extra motor. Got the putback, but could not get it to fall. But he does get fouled on the shot. Great job from number 5, Kobe White. As I said before, this young man right here, only a sophomore. He plays with a motor that a lot of players out there can never match. He's kind of undersized, but that does not matter to him. What he lacks in inches, he makes up for in hustle. Kobe White fighting for the offensive rebound, puts it back up. Didn't get it to go, but he does draw the contact. Another foul. That time it's called on Kuehl. Long, back of the rim. Could not get that one to go in. Hey, how about all the Ohitika fans out there, wherever you may be in this big world that we live in the scary times that we are in? How about you just forget about all that and put your spirit fingers up for number 5, Kobe White. He has one more free throw coming up. Checking back into the game here, it's going to be Truth Krogost. Here we go. We got one more free throw, looking to make it a double-digit lead. Did you have your spirit fingers up? Yes, you did. He got it to go. 10-point lead for the Braves, 20-10. Shot clock, 32. Regular clock, 31. Well, wrong. I lost a couple seconds just making that statement. So it's the second off. That's what I was trying to get to. Schneider, back over, gives it up to Eisman. Eisman has it to give it away. Schneider got called that time. They're saying he stepped out of bounds, or was that called as a push? That's going to be called on Johnson. ISO got picked up that time, saying he was a little reaching. ISO with the foul. 18 seconds. Shot clock off. 20-10. Looking to make it back into a single-digit game here. The Mobridge Pollock Tigers inside, back over to Frederick. Picked off. Kobe White in transition. 2 Tigers back, gives it up. Vio, bounce pass. Woods in. That's how you play Brave basketball. Set up your man for the extra possession. Kobe gets that one to drop. Nicholas gets that one to drop. Frederick, long bomb. Off the front lip of the rim. Cannot get that one to go in. We are going into the second half. 22-10. The Braves are up by 12. Leading the way, it is Vio and Woods playing their hearts out for the Braves. We'll be right back as we take a little bit of a breather and I go find my phone so that way I can kind of show everybody what's going down in the basketball world. Shouts out to the Tigers playing, of course, the Hardin County Ranchers, and shouts out to the Timberlake Panthers playing Faith Longhorns. We'll see y'all in a little bit here. Check. I'm going to count you down, okay? All right, hang on. Let me get a drink real quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, a part of the Cheyenne River area, wherever you are tuned in from. You are listening to KIPI Radio 93.5 FM HD. Or, hey, you may be watching on GoBraves.live. Either or, you are tuned into a barn burner here in Cheyenne-Eagle Butte territory, where we are watching our Braves hang on to this lead right here that they built in the second quarter, 22-10. So far, it has been the Vio and Woods show, as Nehemiah Vio has 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 6 points, and 2 steals. Nicholas Dub the second. Well, we'll just call him Woods. Sorry about that. I call people by their nicknames a little too much. Nicholas Woods has an assist, 5 rebounds. Actually, that's 6 rebounds. Sorry about that. 6 rebounds, 6 points, and 2 steals. Some gritty defense is swarming the Mobridge Pollock Tigers. I know for a fact that the coach over there for the Tigers is probably saying, hey, we need to knock down these shots. We're making them in our warm-ups. We got to knock them down in game. Shooter Frederick, surprisingly, only has 2 points here tonight. 2 points, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. For the Tigers, it has been the Cale Knudsen show, keeping his team in this one with 4 points. So looking to keep it alive. We'll find out what happens in the next quarter. I'm still looking for anything about the Timberlake Panthers, but I found out. Dupree Tiger fans out there, make some noise as the Tigers are up at halftime, 43-22. 43-22. A 21-point lead for the Dupree Tigers come halftime. The Dupree Tigers may have found their golden ticket to the next round. The Sodec Sweet 16. Are y'all ready, Ohitika fans out there? Remember, wherever you're tuning in from, once a Brave, always a Brave. Ohitika strong. Let's watch some more basketball, or listen to some more basketball, depending on where you are tuning in from. Welcome back. DJ Absolute is here once again. Thank you to First Financial Bank, Credco, Cheyenne River Housing Authority, CRST Property and Supply, Cheyenne River Sanitary Landfill, Telephone Authority, Eagle Butte Co-op and Pride, Lakota Theft Mart, Morrow Grand Electric, Missouri Brakes, and of course, State Bank of Eagle Butte. We appreciate all the help from all of our sponsors this year. And shouts out to the guy mopping the court down there, keeping it dry and safe for the boys. Doing his work on the hardwood. That's what you got to enjoy. All right, so starting out this half for our Braves, the Ohitika are going to be running it back with the starters. You got number 1, Damian Dame Time Clown. Number 3, Levi Smooth Elk Nation. Number 11, Nehemiah Neo Vio. Nicholas Dub Woods the second. And of course, the big man down low, Destin Straighthead. I caught that wrong. It looks like Dame Time is going to be catching a breather here. Much needed, as he was the go-to scorer for the first quarter there. And that's going to be all right, Mr. White. You ready to fight? Let's do it all night. Number 5, Kobe White checking into the game. On the other side, you got Cale Knudsen. Number 0, Truth Krogost. Shooter Frederick. Number 2, Easton Eisman. And, of course, Kyson Goodshield. A long pass that time. Recovered. Eisman swings it. Recovered. Frederick has eyes in the back of his head, able to recover that loose ball. Hand in the face, puts up the 3. Not enough. Smart move and great awareness from number 5, Kobe White. Not hustling for the rebound. Not trying to stat pad. He just wanted to go out of bounds so your Braves can get the ball back once again. Shot was no good from Krogost. Elk Nation back over to Vio. Woods. Straight head. Top up here. Trying to give it up. That's going to be Cale Knudsen with the steal. Vio's all the way back. Puts it up off the glass. No. Vio grabs the board. Great defense. Coast to coast. Putting up his hands. Gets it back over to Elk Nation. Back to Vio. Vio has it here. Looking to drive. Nope. He's going to turn around. Step back. Fakes it. Pump fake. Back over to Elk Nation. Smooth as it here. Over to Kobe. Kobe White fakes the 3. Got him to jump. Inside, straight head, puts it up, and 1 for number 45, Destin Straighthead, assisted by number 5, Kobe White. All right, Kobe White, we see that you got that sight. Kobe White knocking that one down with the assist. That was Destin Straighthead, who got the and one chance right here. Number 45, Straighthead has a chance for an and one play right here. That's good. Didn't even have to tell you to put your spirit fingers up. Good stuff. 15-point lead, 6 minutes remaining. The Braves are up. Knudsen, top of the key, picked up by White. That's a hardy defender. Gets it back over to Eisman. Eisman looked at the three, didn't want to take it, looking to drive. Inside pass over to Frederick. Frederick puts it up, draws the contact. Shooter's going to the line for two. Shooter does what Shooter does best. He shoots free throws and knocks them down at a regular clip. Number one, Shooter Frederick, the junior, going to the line here. And yeah, like I said, the Dupree Tigers sitting with a comfortable lead at halftime, 42-23. I should say a 19-point lead. And they are rolling. Dupree Tigers may have punched their ticket into the Sweet 16, but we'll have to wait for the next half. That first one was good for Frederick. Still looking for any information on the TL Panthers. And that's good. Knocking them both down. Shooter got them both to go. Back all the way down. Inside back over to Vio. Vio drawing it. Puts it up. Overshot that one. Just a tad. Fighting. That's Knudsen. Has to throw it away. Stolen by White. Outside. Corner. No, can't get that one to go, and that's going to be Krogos going all the way up to the cup with the layup. Overshot that one. Vio, strong defense on the other end. Swinging it back down to Elk Nation. Kyson Truth Krogos had a wide open layup that time. He knew Vio was right behind him, so I think that kind of scared him a little bit that time. One thing that a lot of these defenders like to do is they like to stomp their feet right whenever they're behind you. Scare you. Make you overthink about the shot. Kobe White fakes it, driving, puts it up, blocked, sent back by Frederick. Nice find that time by Kobe White, able to penetrate and find the easy lane into the paint, but he could not get it to go as Frederick was prowling around, knocking that one out, but it is going to go out of bounds. Braves get the ball back. Elk Nation, corner three. Kisses the front lip of the rim, could not get that one to go in. Rebounded by Frederick. Back on down to Krogos, inside, picked off. Krogos saves it, poked out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers. Krogos had it there. Kobe White and Elk Nation double teaming him, and he had nowhere to go with it, and he lost possession, and it goes out of bounds. Elk Nation bringing the ball up, picked up by Krogos. Behind the back. Oh, ankles. Watch out, young man. Woods back over to Vio. Vio looking to drive. Kicks it back to White. White, nice pick that time by Straighthead. Little popper. No, doesn't want to take the mid-range jumper. Gives it back on over to Woods. Woods swings it back to Elk Nation. Fakes the three. Picked off. Driving. Puts it up. Mid-range jumper. Not enough. Couldn't get that one to fall. Hand it back on over to Goodshield. Goodshield. Back to Knudsen. Knudsen driving. Kick out. Eisman. Shooter for Frederick from way outside. A little too long that time. Kobe White pulls that one in. Frederick needs to start living up to his name out there, as he is not. He's playing a very big part for the Tigers, but he has not been hitting his shots at a regular clip, and that is something that needs to change right away if the Tigers want to come back into this one. 13-point lead, 25-12, 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Kobe White has it here, top of the key. Back over to Straighthead. Inside. Turnaround jumper, in and out. No, that would look good. Elk Nation could not get that one to fall. Knudsen pulls that one in. Back to Krogos. Hands it back to Knudsen. Outside on the elbow, poked off. Straighthead with some mean defense right there. Resetting on the other half court. That's going to be Krogos. Great job from Straighthead, poking that one away. 15 seconds here. They got a little bit of time to work with. Back over to Eisman. Eisman, he's going to penetrate and drive. Muscling up, long scoop layup, no, Frederick puts it back up, not enough, grabs his own rebound, got it to go, draws the contact. Shooter for Frederick's going to the line for a pair of free throws here. Shooter has been grabbing boards, knocking things down, but he hasn't been hitting that three at a regular clip, so he is wanting to drop these free throws. He is still 100% from the line, so he is going to keep them rolling. That time it was called on Elk Nation. That's good. Frederick, 5 points in the game here. 25-13. Checking out of the game, it's going to be Straighthead. Hey, what time is it again? I forgot. I got my phone, but it's turned off. I don't know what time it is. Oh, that's right. It's Dame time. Damian Clown checking in, number one. Shouts out to all of the listeners out there in the Cheyenne River area or wherever you are tuned in from. Once a Brave, always a Brave. Frederick got them both to go. 11-point lead, 3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 25-14. The Braves holding strong. Vio, he's been playing great on both ends of the court. Only has 6 points, but I'm looking for the word. I can't find it. And I'm lost. Anyways, Vio has been contributing a whole lot on the defensive side. He may only have 2 steals and no blocks, but if you mark up all the turnovers and all of the fouls and mishaps from the Tigers, you might as well mark Vio up for 5. Checking in real quick, I do want to say thank you to our postseason sponsors for KIPI this season. Thank you to First Financial Bank, Credco, Cheyenne River Housing Authority, CRST Property and Supply, Cheyenne River Sanitary Landfill, CRST Telephone Authority, Eagle Butte Co-op and Pride, Lakota Thrifty Mart, Mora Grand Electric, Missouri Brakes, and of course, State Bank of Eagle Butte. We appreciate all of the support this year for Cheyenne River basketball. And of course, thank you for supporting us during the postseason. Shouts out going out to the workers over at Eagle Stop, Taco John's, and Dairy Queen as they got a little bit of a storm coming their way because not only is it a game here in town, the Faith Longhorns crew, win or lose, is going to have to swing back through, probably pick up some TJs or DQ. And then, of course, you have Hardin County. They might make the extra 15-mile trip to get something to eat. So, good luck. Get ready. Here we go. End of the game here, we got Schneider checking in for Knudsen. And on the other side, we still got the same crew. Vio, Woods, Elk Nation, Clown, Kobe White, kick out, Elk Nation. Picked up by Frederick. Back over to Clown. Clown, Hezzy, back over. Little give and go action here. Elk Nation just taking his time with it here. Yeah, no need to rush it. You might as well just get an easy 2. Use that shot clock as much as you can. Vio, that was poked out of bounds. They're saying it was last touched by Vio. That's going to be Tigers' ball. Tigers, with this possession, have a chance to make it a single-digit game once again. Eisman has Kobe White on him. That's going to be a tough matchup, and it has been for him all game long. Ever since White checked in on Eisman, he has not put up a single bucket in this one. Frederick finds a lane, kicks it, back over. Eisman recovers. Intended target was Krogos. Gets it back to Krogos. Swings it back on over to Goodshield. Little jab, little shimmy, step back, back to Krogos. Swings it, out of bounds. Too much mustard on that one as that goes out of bounds. Turnover. Braves get the ball back here. Let's send a shout out to number 5. All right, Mr. White. Kobe White getting ready to fight all night, checking out of the game for just a little while. Checking back in, it's going to be Austin ISO Johnson. Elk Nation getting double team poked away. Frederick against Vio, poked off. Nice defense that time from Elk Nation. He lost the ball from Frederick, and in transition in the fast break, Frederick was going in for an easy layup. He was watching Vio, but coming out of nowhere, it was Elk Nation who poked that one scot-free, but it does go out of bounds. Last touch for the Braves. Tigers get it back here. Inside, Frederick, Vio, turnaround jumper, in and out. Tough shots. Nearly got that one to fall. Almost does not count, especially in postseason basketball. Johnson finds an open lane, puts it up, draws the contact. ISO is going to the line for a pair of free throws. Numpa, dos, 2. Whatever you want to call them. A pair, a couple. 2 free throws coming up for number 23, Austin ISO Johnson. Great defense being played from shooter Frederick all night long. 3 steals, 1 block. Just now picked up his first foul of the game. That's good. Johnson got that one to roll. And let's keep it alive here. 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining, 26-14. Johnson has a chance to make this a 13-point game. As I said, I'm not sure if they're probably playing right now, but the Tigers were up by 42-23, a 19-point game at halftime. Good stuff right there from the Tigers as Johnson gets that one to go. Tigers, Sweet 16. Tigers state bound, question mark. Not the Mobridge Pollock Tigers, our Tigers. Blale, no, rebounded by Schneider. Back on over to Krogos, looking to drive baseline, swings it back, picked off, Johnson with a steal that time. Back over to Vio, nearly lost it, recovered. In transition, taking it all the way home. Layup, hop step, no, charge. Putting his body on the line, it's Easton Eisman picking up the charge. Turnover. Tigers get the ball back here. Yeah, as I said, state-bound question mark for the Tigers. I'm obviously talking about our Tigers, all right? Come on now. Ziebach County, Dupree, Tigers. That's what I'm talking about. Eisman floats it, got the contact. Easton Eisman's going to the line for a pair of two, and it looks like Kroghost is calling for a technical here. He wants a technical called on Clown, it seems like. I don't know, they're looking at Vio. Yeah, Kroghost was motioning to the ref to tee him up. Tee him up, tee him up. No tee called. That's called on number 3, Elk Nation, second foul. Eisman's at the line, knocks that one in. Eisman got his 3rd point of the game. Looking for one more. Vio's checking out. Checking in, it's Kobe. That's up and in. Say what you want about the Tigers. They are knockdown free throw shooters. Kobe White, double teamed, lost it, poked away. They're calling it as a travel. He picked up his foot, grabbed the ball. That is a travel. That's going back to the Tigers. It's still an 11-point game, 27-16. A couple of mishaps coming through the Braves, but such is life. You get knocked down, you mess up every now and then, but you just pick yourself back up and you roll with it. Hey, shouts out to Mr. Rob Mendoza, probably having a time of his life watching Little Wound play Mapia Luta. Inside, Blale had it, swings it, back over, wide open, Knudsen, top of the key, 3, got it to go, Kale Knudsen brings it back into a single-digit game here. Off of the assist from Truth Rogost. Kale Knudsen, make some noise, Cheyenne-Eagle Butte fans, wherever you find yourself. Again, shouts out to Mr. Rob Mendoza. I know for a fact if Little Wound didn't make it into the postseason, into the next round, I know for a fact that he would have been right here, color commentating with me. Say what you want. The man has a mind for basketball, which I don't have as much, but I still have him. But anyways, shouts out to him. Little Wound playing Mapia Luta, and I do believe Pine Ridge will be playing Winter. Those games are happening right now as we speak. Timberlake playing the Faith Longhorns. I have not found anything out about that game yet, so we're going to be looking around. I'll try to find out some information before the end of this game. I'm looking. I can't find nada, but thankfully, I got some great people out there in Ohitika land, in the Braves land, looking out for me. Told me the score at halftime for Dupree. All right, I appreciate you. All right, Braves get the ball back here. Tigers got it rolling. They got the momentum back in their favor with only under 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Elk Nation, they got that half-court trap, causing havoc. Swings it over, through it. Too much mustard on that one, out of bounds. The Tigers get the ball back here. Johnson, Elk Nation, Kobe White, and Nicholas Woods II out there in the court for your Braves. For your Tigers, it's going to be Kyson Kroghost, Truth Kroghost, Kyson Goodshield, Easton Eisman, who's looking to drive baseline up and lost it. A little short that time. Clown pulls that one in. Trail Blyle. Kobe White, corner, kicks it, Dame time, driving, spin move, finding a lane, puts it up and in! Through the face of the defense, does not matter. It's Dame time. Nice spin move to open that one up and bring it back into a double-digit lead. Kale Knudsen muscling up, kicks it, back on over. Goodshield, corner 3, in and out. It was bouncing around, could not get that one to fall. Woods with the rebound. Back on over to Clown. Clown, jab step, calling for the play. Looking to drive baseline, going straight up at everybody. Going to swing it back to White. White to Woods. Woods back to Elk Nation. Woods, you might as well muscle up Blyle out there. You might as well. Blyle. Woods muscling up. Poked away, blocked by Blyle. Swings it back to Eisman. Woods, don't listen to me, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Eisman, he's going to hang on to the last possession here. 15 seconds. You can hear it. You can hear this gym rumbling. The defense chants are loud. Let's see what happens. Eisman back on over to Goodshield. Johnson swung it, puts it up, draws the contact on the 3. Kyson, Goodshield, drawing the contact. Johnson picks up the shooting foul. ISO cannot do that. Tough one that time. Great stuff from Coach Eberhard. It looks like Johnson was kind of a little let down with himself over there, but Eberhard puts his hand around him and says, you know what, get back out there, play hard defense, it's all right. Every once in a while, something like that happens. In and out, not enough. Goodshield cannot get the first one to go. He has one more here. 2 more, I should say, 2 more. 2 seconds remaining here. Well, 1 second and 9 tenths of a second. So basically 2 seconds if you'd like to round up. Goodshield, second one is up. Couldn't get the toilet bowl roll to go. Oh, no. Hey, don't worry, though, as he has one more. Goodshield has one more free throw here. He got the 3 fouls on the 3-point shot. You want to at least make 2 of them. You do not want to miss all 3. Has a chance to make 1 right here. Schneider's checking back into the game for the Tigers. That's up. That's in. All right. Taking my advice. All right. Elk Nation. Half court. Puts it up. No. Tough one. Kyson Goodshield on the 3-point free throw. Missed 2. Knocked down 1. But he did make it a single-digit game to bring this into the final quarter. Not a double-digit game, but a single-digit game. 29-20. The Braves are up with 1 quarter remaining. 29-20. We got a big-time game right here. Remember, this game, if you win this one, you get to move on to the South Dakota Sweet 16. The Braves have been there more than once, so they are looking to get back in once again. But they have a tough team to go up against because, well, let's say it here, okay? The Braves this year, amazing. 17-3, have not went past 5 losses. They lost against Mapialuta in the championship game, a 3-time overtime game. It took Mapialuta, Red Cloud, one of the best teams in South Dakota right now, 3 overtimes to beat our Braves by just a couple of points. So, that's who we lost to. We lost to the number 1 seed in Region 6A, a very, very strong Stanley County team. Stanley County Buffaloes playing Chamberlain Cubs tonight. Shouts out Braytag. Yeah, I still remember your Braytag. For some odd reason, the Buffalo fans wanted me to take a picture of them. It was a little weird, but at the same time, I'll remember that. I'll remember that. Buffaloes are a tough team, and that's who the Braves lost to. And Mobridge, a couple of weeks back, is who the Braves lost to for the 3rd time of the year. Straight head. Being handled that time. Hazed by Schneider. Straight head. Elk Nation. Woods. Clown. Out of bounds. Elk Nation falling out that time. Turnover. Tigers get it back here. Vio, Clown, Elk Nation, Woods, straight head. Against, of course, Goodshield, Krogost, Eisman, Knudsen, Frederick. Inside, sent back! Don't bring that in here! Vio sent that one all the way back. Recovered by Woods. Back to Clown, turning on the Jets, puts it up, not drawing the contact. We got a jump ball. That's going towards the Tigers. Refs are talking it over here. That is going to be a jump ball, and it will be going towards the Tigers. The next jump ball will be in favor of the Cheyenne-Eagle Braves. One more jump ball, and they will get that thing back. Great defense from number 1, Frederick. Shooter, Frederick. Knudsen, Woods. Knudsen has it here, a little isolation basketball. They're going to call it as a technical. Are they calling it on who? What are they calling here? They're calling a foul. Okay, it was just a foul. And it was called on who? I'm so confused. It was called on Eisman. Yeah, it was called on Eisman. I'm not sure what it was. Eisman picks up the foul, and the Tigers get the ball back. Missed the shot from Eisman, but they do get it back once again. Going out of bounds on the Braves. Eisman to Knudsen. Stolen away by Woods. Woods up to Clown, pushing it now. He's going to put it up. Blocked! Sent back by Kurogost. Vio recovers, swings it. Back to Clown. Call to three. Long. Not enough. Out of bounds. Last touch by Knudsen. Oh, boy. Kurogost jumping up out of the stands to send that one back from Damian Clown. Luckily, Vio was down there roaming around, grabbing the rebound, and it goes off of Clown. Three. Long. Waving it off. They're calling a foul on the Braves. The Braves get called here. That's going to be on number 12. Woods got picked up that time. That's going to be a foul on him. That's going to be his second foul of the game, second personal. Knudsen brings the ball up here, 29-20. No one has scored in the last minute and a half. Knudsen has it. Swings it back on over to Krogost. Krogost back to Knudsen. Knudsen by Woods, looking to drive by. Inside, back over to Goodshield. Driving, easy layup, pass up on it, looking for the contact. No, you can't do that. Double-digit rebound for Woods tonight. Clown has it. Picked up by Frederick. He's going to kick it back to Vio. Vio fakes the three. He has it there by Krogos. Poked away. Stolen. Recovered. Yep, that's picked off. Fighting for it here. That's going to be going. Yes, Clown with a steal. Back to Elk Nation. Layup. Draw. No charge. The charge was called on Elk Nation. Tough one that time. Great thing right there from number 0. Kurogost was able to get the steal, draw the charge. Hasn't put up a lot of points here tonight, but he has done all the small things right. Truth, Kurogost. Knudsen has it. 5 minutes remaining here. 5:55 remaining. Inside, shooter, turnaround, Jay. That's long, not enough. Fallen, Vio, rebound. Back to Elk Nation. Swings it inside. Fighting at Vio. Vio, turnaround, kick out, Clown, top of the key, passed up on the three, back to Elk Nation. Hey, shooters have a way of knowing when and when they are not going to be hot, and he passed up on it, gave it back to Elk Nation, gives it up to Kobe. Picked up by Knudsen, laid back on over, swings it, Clown, fakes it, jab step, inside, back to Elk Nation, swings it back to Vio, 5 seconds remaining, Kobe White has to take the shot here, driving, turnaround, outside, poked away, that's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense from the Tigers, forcing the turnover. Straight up man-to-man defense out there usually works wonders. You need a great isolation scorer. So Johnson's getting ready to check back in. Knudsen fakes it. Hezzy outside, lost his handle. They're saying it was poked away by Woods. So that's going back to the Tigers. All right, Mr. White, great night tonight. Keep up the fight. He's checking out. Austin Iso Johnson checking in. Full timeout called here. 5 minutes remaining in this one. We have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. 29-20. The Tigers playing some fierce defense out there. After the rough first half that they had, they are now turning it on the defensive end. And the Braves are doing the exact same. If you thought tonight was going to be all about scoring, you were dead wrong, because tonight is all about defense from both sides. What a game. Thank you to First Financial Bank, Credco, Cheyenne River Housing Authority, CRST Property and Supply, CRST River Sanitary Landfill, CRST Telephone Authority, Eagle Butte Co-op and Pride, LaCoya Thrifty Mart, Morrow Grand Electric, Missouri Brakes, and of course, State Bank of Eagle Butte. We appreciate all the help this season from all of our sponsors in the 2026 season, and of course, the 2026 postseason. Winner of this game moves on to the South Dakota Sweet 16. Dupree Tigers may have just punched their ticket in. We'll find out after this game. Frederick, turnaround jumper. That's his favorite shot. Off the front lip of the rim. Cannot get that one to go in. Johnson pulls that one in. Iso Johnson back on over to Elk Nation. Looking to drive. Kick it over to Woods. Woods fakes it. Little shimmy back to Clown. A layup. Make it look nice. Put a bow on it. Knocked down. Damian Clown off of the assist from Woods. 11-point game, 4 minutes remaining here. Knudsen back on over. Good shield, picked off, stolen by Elk Nation. Vio in transition, kick out. Elk Nation driving, looking for the charge. No, but Johnson's wide open. Elbow three, in and out, fighting for the rebound. That's Knudsen back on over, looking to go all the way inside. Poked away. Johnson with the steal this time. All the way down, back on over to Clown. Slowing it down here, 4 minutes remaining. Eisman was Roman looking for that steal. Inside, Woods, pretty little layup, that's good! Nicholas Woods, the second, off of the assist from Johnson. 13-point game. Shooter Frederick hands it off. Long-range bomb from way out range. No, Eisman recovers though. Swings it back to Knudsen. Driving, closed off, doesn't matter. Floating in the air to knock that one down. Looking for the contact, nothing called. Kale Knudsen knocking it in. Air Knudsen, we'll call him. He was floating that time. Inside, Johnson posting up, drawing the contact. No, that's going to be another rebound for Frederick. Inside, back to Knudsen. Overshot it, not enough. Woods pulls it down. 3 minutes remaining, 11-point game. Elk Nation bringing the ball up, double-digit lead. Back over to Vio. Vio and Frederick, Shooter Frederick, they've been going at it all night long on the defensive side. Looking to muscle up. Vio kicks it back out. Elk Nation, extra pass back over to Woods. Woods swings it. Johnson, corner, step back on over. Resetting. Elk Nation driving, kicks it. Dame time, wide open from range. Elk Nation hits it. After the assist from, Clown hits it, I should say. Dame time Clown knocks it down. Elk Nation with the assist. Long-range ball from Eisman. No, Woods with another one. Clown just put this Brave squad up by 14. Damian Clown off of the assist from Elk Nation. Dame time, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 12 points in this one. What a game from these Brave boys out here. Ohitika, strong basketball. Showing South Dakota how Cheyenne River goes down and how we get down. That's why I'm very excited to see what happens with Timberlake and Dupree, because we are looking for all of our Cheyenne River teams to make it into the next round of this playoff series, playoff districts, whatever you want to call it. Double check in, nothing yet. Let's do it one more time here. Nothing so far. The game started like an hour ago, so I wouldn't be expecting it to be over right away. They say team personnel. Am I team personnel? I got to give out this player of the game shirt to somebody. I'm an ally of Cheyenne River. Can I be on the team? Am I good to go? Okay, they're saying maybe. They didn't give me a for sure answer. They said maybe. Yeah. Not only is this a big game for Cheyenne River basketball, Region 6A basketball, it's also a matchup between Keepy and DRG. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Shouts out to DRG Media. You know, them ones that run 92.7, 99.5, and all of the stuff out towards Pier and Mobridge. Them guys have it running. They have a nice crew. They got it going on. Mobridge homebound, I should say. So shouts out DRG Media. Yeah. It's a matchup. Keepy and DRG. Full court press coming from the Tigers. Elk Nation on the fast break. Blocked off the glass. They're calling it shooting foul. He LeBron blocked it off the glass. But they said shooter hit him on the contact. Elk Nation gets to go to the line for 2. Offensive foul, shooting foul on number 1, Shooter Frederick. Yes, that's good. Elk Nation knocks that one in. Y'all remember that 2016 playoff series between the Warriors and the Cavs, and then LeBron was trailing Iguodala, and he jumps up and blocks it off the backboard? Yeah, that's what just happened. But a foul. In and out, no. Rebounded by Frederick. Recovered. Double team, back on over to Knudsen. Swings it back to Frederick. Looking for the three, hand in the face, takes it anyway. Front lip of the rim, couldn't go in. Woods all the way down court. Football, quarterback pass. Hail Mary into the hands. Elk Nation gets it to go. Inside, Eisman overshot it. Johnson pulls it in. Back over to Elk Nation. 17-point game. 1 minute remaining here. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Inside, Vito! Wide open! That wasn't cherry picking when you run the full length of the court and get down to your spot right away. Oh! Elk Nation sends it from Krogost, but they're calling it for the contact. Technical called. On who? A tech was called. Technical called on Knudsen. Knudsen got teed up. Technical called with the last 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining here. So that means Truth Krogos can shoot 2 free throws, and then it's going to be going back to the Braves for 2 more. Oh, wait, no? No! It was a technical foul on the Braves? Oh, my. Okay, no, they're calling. It was either on Frederick or Clown. I'm pretty sure it was on Frederick. Either way, it's either on Frederick or Clown, but Krogos is out there by himself. He knocks them both down. Good 2 free throws right there. And it was a technical. It was a technical on Shooter. Shooter Frederick got teed up out there. The ref must have heard something he did not like. So there was a technical foul called, and that's going to be Elk Nation shooting 2. That's good for the first one. He has 1 more. 42-24, 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining here. And that is rolling around. No, but he does knock down 1 to make it an 18-point game. 1 minute and 46 seconds, 18-point game. I've seen crazier things happen in the game of basketball, so we will not count our blessings just yet, but we still got some great basketball to be played because the Braves get the ball back. Here we go. Elk Nation on his pivot, calling for help, gets it over to Clown. Clown by Krogos, Goodshield. Pushing in the back on number 5, Kyson Goodshield. Got called that time. That was on Elk Nation. Yeah, that was called on Goodshield. 42-24, 1 minute and 41 seconds remaining here. Goodshield got the foul called on him, pushing in the back. Clown is inbounding. Inside of Vio, triple team, kicks it back over to Elk Nation. Picked away, that's going to be a tough reach-in foul right there by Eisman. So that's going to be 2 more free throws because that's putting the Tigers in the penalty. Levi, smooth Elk Nation, is going to the free throw line for 2 after the foul called on Eisman. Easton Eisman has 1 more foul before he is called out of the game. 5 fouls and you are done for. Easton Eisman has 4. Has a chance to make it a 20-point game here for the Braves. 42-24. 18 points. That's good. Elk Nation knocks it down. Spirit fingers up anybody out there in the Cheyenne River area, wherever you may be. Let's get it going right here. 1 minute and 38 seconds. Elk Nation, second one. That is good. 6 points in the game for Elk Nation. Shooter, over, back to Shooter. Driving, kicks it. Eisman, long-range bomb off the back of the rim. No, that's going to be Krogos pulling that one in. They're going to call it on the foul that time by who? Who got called? That's called on Clown. And that's going to put the Braves in the penalty. So that's 2 free throws coming up for Truth Krogos. He's been here at the line a couple of times tonight. He hasn't really made much of them. He knocked down 2 earlier. He's looking to knock down 2 more right here. Johnson, Clown, Woods, Vio, and Elk Nation are all out there on the court for the Braves. Shooter, Knudsen, Goodshield, Krogos, and Eisman are out there. First one's good. Krogos knocks it down. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Playing very well out there tonight. Hang on, while he's shooting this free throw, I'm going to take a little bit of a drink. That's good. All right, Clown, full court press coming their way. Poked away, reaching. That time it's called on Krogos. Wrong person to foul. If you're going to foul anybody, you don't foul the shooter. They fouled Dame Time. Damian Clown's going to the line for a pair of 2. If you're going to play hard and play some mean defense and you're in the penalty, you should go for somebody who's not so keen on dropping free throws. You don't want to go for the shooter as he knocks that one down. 13 in the game for him. And it looks like, I think they are. I'm not trying to say anything just yet, but the starters have checked out of the game for Mobridge. The Tigers checked out their starters. Into the game here, it's going to be Caden Kuehl, Jesse Schneider, Traden Stambaugh, Tyrell Blale. And, yeah, Blale driving. Looking at the arc here, looking to drive, kick it back out. That's going to be Schneider behind the arc. Didn't want to take the 3. Spin move. Put him in the blender, young man. Jesse Schneider got that one to go. Nice shot that time off the assist from Blale. Elk Nation. Oh, nice. A little bit of some tween action right there. A little bit of some isolation movement. Got Blale off his feet. Elk Nation driving. Kicks it all the way out. On over to Clown. Overthrew that pass. A little too much Zaus on that one. Too much mustard as it goes out of bounds. 55 seconds remaining here. It's still an 18-point game. The Tigers get the ball back. Nothing is over until the buzzer sounds. Just because the starters are out does not mean that this secondary unit has some firepower. Blale back over to Kuehl. Blale driving. Runner off the glass. That's good. Blale got that one to go. Nice assist that time from Caden Kuehl. Mobridge must work differently because the bank was open on that shot there. We got our boys checking in here. The secondary unit getting ready here. Sylvan McLean, number 34. Jaden the Blur taken alive. Marty, Hustle, Marshall. And of course, who else we got out there? 30 seconds here. While we have a little bit of time, I do want to say thank you to all of our sponsors for the postseason. It's been a lot of fun. Only a couple of games left in the postseason, so we really do appreciate all the help this year from all of our proud sponsors. First Financial Bank, Credco, Cheyenne River Housing Authority, CRST Property and Supply, Cheyenne River Sanitary Landfill, CRST Telephone Authority, Eagle Butte Co-op Ampride, Lakota Thrifty Mart, Morrow Grand Electric, Missouri Brakes, and State Bank of Eagle Butte. We appreciate all of your support tonight and throughout the entirety of the postseason. Kyson Harden taken alive. Dupree, McLean, Marshall. Dupree back on over to Harden. Harden behind the arc here, getting double teamed, getting back on over to McLean. McLean, Dupree, that's going to be wide open. Passed up on it, taken alive. They're going to hold on to this ball here. I know they are. They're going to take the shot right whenever the shot clock's going to go out. But they are doing some nice ball movement out here. Showcasing their stuff. Showcasing what they can do. The secondary unit is just as good as the starting strength. Sorry, that's football. Gridiron term. My bad. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say starting lineup. All right, out of bounds. Turnover. Here we go. 6-5. Overthrew it. 3 seconds left. The Braves get the last shot right here. Who's going to take it? I bet you it's going to be Harden. Kyson. Back over McLean. Long bomb. Oh, that's short. The Braves do it. The Braves advance. They're going to the South Dakota Sweet 16 after taking down the Tigers 46-30. The Braves advance once again. They take down the Mobridge Pollock Tigers, and this is a sweet moment for our boys because remember, out of all the losses that we've had this year, it's been between Mapialuta, Stanley County, and Mobridge Pollock. Our Cheyenne-Eagle Butte boys getting their get back here today, winning in a big-time game for the Mobridge Pollock Tigers. Hey, real quick, while we have a little bit of time, let me double-check, see if they updated everything, because I know in the go-bound area, everything's kind of a lot quicker. Not yet, not enough. Coach Eberhard has another trip to the Sodex Sweet 16. Tune in to KIP at 93.5 FM HD tomorrow, where we will show you what's going to be happening. I'll post something about it on the Facebook page, let everybody know what's going to be happening, who the Braves will be playing. The Braves are rolling. I got to go get my picture, all right? Your KIPI player of the game is going to go to be a young man who's been flying under the radar all year long, has not been picked for a KIPI player of the game at all this year. Number 12, Nicholas Woods II is your KIPI player of the game. I'm going to get myself a picture. Thank you all for tuning in. Toksha. Thank you.